Now, over the past year, we've been working on our logistics application, an application that makes it easy for you as a user to register the packages you're buying from China and looking forward to ship to your country easily on the application instead of having to, contact us on WhatsApp or Telegram manually. And so far, we finished building the application, although it is not yet available on Play Store or App Store. But you can now install the application directly on your Android or iPhone from our website. The purpose of this video is to show you how to use the application as a new user, how to get our warehouse address on the application, how to register the parcels you're sending to the warehouse on the application, how to pay for your parcel on the application, and most importantly, how to track your shipment when it has been shipped from China and it is heading to you in your country. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let us get to the video. So you're going to open the app you're shopping with, be it Waydan, Pinduoduo, 1688, whatever app it is that you're shopping with. Now, when you want to buy a product, you're going to need to enter the warehouse address it is you're shipping to. Now, if you want to ship to the Vundor Consolidation and warehouse address, what you're going to do is you're going to open the application. Okay, now after opening the application, you're going to see the option there that says get warehouse address for consolidation. You're going to click on that. When you click on that, it is going to ask you to select a continent. Okay, so I am shipping a package to Saudi Arabia. Okay, I am going to be using that package as an example in this video. So I am going to be selecting Asia because Saudi Arabia is in Asia. Okay, so if you're someone living in places like the Netherlands, you're expected to select Europe. If you're living in the UK, you select Europe. If you're living in Ghana, Nigeria, or any other African country, you know that this country to select is the continent to select rather is Africa. Okay, so I'm going to be selecting Asia. Now, after selecting the continent you're shipping to, it is going to bring out a list of countries in that continent. Okay, you're going to select the country specific to you. In this case, again, I am shipping to Saudi Arabia and I'm using Saudi Arabia as an example. So I'm going to be selecting Saudi Arabia. Okay, now after selecting that, it is going to show you the warehouse address, your consignee details. So the consignee name is going to be different for each person. Okay, your consignee name is specific to you only. In this case, this is my consignee name. Okay, so I'm just using my own account as an example. So you're going to copy that consignee name and you're going to head back to that app it is you're shopping from. So you're going to enter your consignee name, and as you can see, this is my consignee name carrying my user tag. And the reason why it is important for you to enter this user tag is because each user that creates an account on the application have their own specific user tag. Okay, so when a package comes with this user tag, you know the package belongs to you, right? You're going to enter the consignee name, and of course you're going to enter the phone number. Okay, now the phone number is the phone number on the application. You can see it there. Okay, that's the warehouse number. Now after that, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to be filling in the address details. Okay, now you're going to copy the address from the application and you're also going to paste it here. Okay, now in some applications, entering the address alone is enough, but in other applications you're going to be required to to manually enter the district it is you're shipping to, the province and the street. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to do that in this video. So as you can see, when I click on that, it is going to bring out a list of provinces that is in China. The warehouse is located in Guangdong province. I think I'm going to also create an article on this so that when you want to do this, in case you're not catching up with the video, you can read the article and grab the example from the article so that you don't make mistake in this part. Okay, the warehouse is located in Guangdong province. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure you select Guangdong. Okay, as you can see, I have selected Guangdong and we are located in Shenzhen city. Okay, so it is going to bring out the list of cities in Guangdong and you want to make sure you select Shenzhen. Okay, and after that, it is going to bring out the list of districts in Shenzhen. Okay, and you're going to select Bao'an district. Okay, you're going to select that, and after that you're going to paste the warehouse address. Of course, as you can see, the warehouse address is down, and when I click on this again, you want to make sure it is correct. It is Bao'an district, Shenzhen city, Guangdong province. Okay, now after entering the information, you can save the address. Okay, after saving the address, you can proceed to buy the things it is that you're shopping. Okay, so in this case, I'm using this electric cooling fan, of course, as an example. So I'm going to proceed to pay for this electric cooling fan now. Okay, I need 4 pieces actually of this electric cooling fan that will be shipping to Saudi Arabia. Okay, so after buying the product it is you're buying and the product has been shipped out, okay, you're going to be given a tracking code on the application it is you shipped from. Okay, so be it Pinduoduo, be it 1688, be it with any application it is that you shop from. Even if you shop from a merchant directly, okay, when you are shipping the product to the warehouse address, it is going to come with a tracking code. Okay, what you want to do is you want to make sure you copy that tracking code, and of course you're also going to take a screenshot of the product you bought. And then what you want to do is you want to head back to the Vundor application, and then you're going to scroll down to the register my package section. You're going to enter the tracking code and you're going to select the package type. Okay, now if the package type is not on the list of the packages there, you're going to click on others. Okay, and you're going to enter the name of the package. So in this case, I'm just going to use that as an example. You're going to click on others and you're going to enter the name of the package. Okay, so this particular package is an electric cooling fan. Okay, so you're going to enter that, and then under that it is going to ask you the question, does the package contain batteries or flammable products? It is important that you mark that section if your product contains batteries or flammable products. Okay, you're going to click on that and you're going to enter the number of pieces of the product you bought. In this case it is 4 pieces. Okay, and you're going to upload the screenshot of that particular product you bought. Now it is important for you to upload the screenshot so that by the time the warehouse staffs are collecting your parcel, when it arrives in the warehouse, they know exactly how many pieces of of your parcel it is they're expecting. Just in case they didn't send the complete product, we can know immediately that there's a problem somewhere and sort it out. Okay, so that you don't have a problem with missing package later in the future, where you start complaining that your package is missing, or you ordered something from a merchant and that is not what they delivered. Okay, so it is important for you to upload the picture of the package you bought, so that by the time the package gets to the warehouse and the staffs in the warehouse collect that package, they check the product, they check the picture you upload and make sure it is exact, it is the exact thing you uploaded that was brought to the warehouse. So that is why this particular purchase screenshot is important. Okay, so after entering the purchase screenshot, you're going to click on register my package, and that is it. It is going to tell you that your package has been registered successfully. It is going to appear in the yet to arrive list. Okay, so it is important for you to repeat this process for all the packages you bought. So let us assume it is not one package you bought a lot of package. It is important for you to enter the tracking code, enter the purchase screenshot of that package, how many pieces of that package it is you bought, and register it on the application. Okay, so after registering it, you can click on the consolidation tab. When you click on the consolidation tab, you're going to see the option there that says yet to arrive. All the packages that hasn't arrived in the warehouse that you register is going to appear there. Okay, and if you've made a mistake, maybe with the tracking code or with the screenshot you uploaded, when the package is still in the yet to arrive list, you can click on delete and re-upload the package again. Okay, so that is it about that list. And so when your package eventually arrives to the warehouse, for example, again, I'm going to show you on the Pinduoduo application now that this particular product I bought has been delivered. As you can see, it has been delivered to the warehouse. Okay, and you can see that it is no longer in the yet to arrive list. It is now in the package list, and when you click on the package list, you're going to see the product you bought and how many pieces of that product arrived to the warehouse. And as you can see, electric cooling fan, and there is 4 pieces of that, and there is a picture of the product uploaded. So at Vundor, when you buy a product from us, we're going to upload the picture of that product on the application. And if you want, okay, we're going to send a video of your parcel, the entire parcel. Now I'm going to be showing you the video of this electric cooling fan. We're going to send the video of your entire packages, all your packages. We're going to send it to you before shipping out. Okay, so now that your product has arrived in the warehouse and it is now in the package list, so let us assume you're ready to ship your product out now to your country. Okay, you're going to click on packing. Right after the package list, you're going to see another option there. It says packing, and you're going to see all the products that can be packed there. Now I'm only shipping one product to Saudi Arabia. That is why there's one product here. So in your case, if you bought many products, it is going to be showing there, and you can see at the front of that product there is a tag there that says SA. That SA means that product is going to Saudi Arabia. So if your product is going to UK and you registered it under the UK warehouse, you're going to see the tag there. It is going to look like UK. If it is going to US, you're going to see the US tag. If it is going to Nigeria, you're going to see the Nigeria tag. So just in case you see that tag on your on your package and you're wondering what it is just a tag of the country that package is expected to be shipped to. Okay, so in this case it is Saudi Arabia. So that is what that SA tag is for. Okay, so now I want to ship this particular product now to Saudi Arabia. You're going to select all the products it is you want to ship. Okay, so in this case, I'm shipping just this electric cooling fan. You're going to click on the product. Okay, you're going to select the product, and after selecting the product, you're going to click on ship selected packages. So when you click on ship selected packages, it is going to bring you to this page where you'll be required to enter the delivery address you're shipping that parcel to. Okay, so in this case, now again, I mentioned that this package is going to Saudi Arabia, and I registered it to the Saudi Arabia warehouse. Now this is a test address that I did for United Kingdom. You're going to see that when I try clicking on United Kingdom, it is going to tell you that the selected packages is tagged for delivery to SA, which is Saudi Arabia. Please select an address in the same country. So it is important for you to register a package going to a specific country under the country it is that the package is going to. Okay, so this package is going to Saudi Arabia, and it is important for me to enter a Saudi Arabia address. So let us assume you're shipping to UK, Netherlands, Nigeria, wherever it is you're shipping to, you're going to enter your address. Okay, so now I'm going to enter the address of the person it is I am shipping to. Okay, you're going to fill in the delivery details of the person, the phone number, the street address, the city, the postal code, just the necessary information for us to ship the parcel to you. We're going to click on add address. Now after adding the address, it is going to tell you to continue to shipping method. Okay, so you're going to click on continue to shipping method, and it is going to bring you to this page where it is going to tell you to select your preferred shipping method. Okay, so you can select between the air freight, the sea freight. In some countries in Europe, there is a rail route from China to those countries like Poland, Netherlands, Germany, etc. Some countries like that, okay, that we can ship by rail to. So if we can ship by rail to your country, the rail freight is going to be available for you. Okay, you're going to see there, you'll be able to click on it. But if the rail shipment is not available in your country, you will not be able to click on, rail freight. So for Saudi Arabia, there's air shipment, there's sea shipment, and there's of course express shipment if you want your package to get to you within 1 to 3 days. But if you're shipping by express to to countries like Saudi Arabia, UK, all these other countries, will not be responsible for custom clearance. It is going to be on you to go to the airport and clear the package yourself. So the option is just there for those that that needs their package urgently. It is going to be taken to the airport, and it is going to be sent to you, okay, immediately. So you're going to select your preferred shipping method. In this case, I am shipping by air. Okay, you're going to select either air or sea. I am shipping by air, so I'm going to select that. After selecting your preferred shipping method, it is going to tell you to confirm your shipment again. As you can see, there's the shipping method air, then it is going to show you the destination you selected, the total packages in the shipment, and it is going to show you all the tracking code of the packages, and it is on you to confirm those packages and click on continue. Now when you click on continue, it is going to bring you to this page where it is going to ask you if you want the cartons your packages come with to be removed, or you want them to be kept as it is. Okay, so you can either choose to remove the cartons on your packages or keep the cartons. If you remove the cartons, of course, it is going to save space and cost of shipment for you. But if you want to keep the carton for your own reason, you can click on don't remove the carton. Okay, after that, you're just going to submit that particular shipment. Now, of course, after selecting the package you want to ship and you've selected your delivery address, the warehouse staffs are going to arrange the package, they're going to weigh it, and the total cost of your shipment is going to appear on the application. Okay, so now we're going to proceed to show you how to pay on the application. Okay, so when the cost of shipment has been uploaded, you're going to see the option there. When you click on the pending tab, you're going to see there that the cost of shipment has been updated, and there's going to be a button there that says pay now. When you click on pay now, it is going to show you the different payment method there is. Now there's payment with Flutterwave, there is payment with Paystack, and there's also the bank transfer payment. Okay, so if you're someone that want to pay with your bank card, you can pay with either Flutterwave or Paystack. Okay, and if you're paying with bank transfer, you can click on the bank transfer option there, and you can see that there's an option there to pay with PayPal, there's an option there to pay with Money Points or OPay for those that lives in Nigeria, there's an option there to pay with Cents for those that are in Europe, and there's an option there to pay with Pesa. Now for those that are living in Canada, you will know what the Pesa application is. Okay, so what we did is we made sure that we made different payment methods available, so that when you want to pay on the application, you wouldn't have a problem with payment. Okay, if the bank card payment doesn't work for you, you can choose to pay with PayPal. And if you're someone that lives in maybe Nigeria, that can't access PayPal, or you can't access international transfer, you can choose to pay with the local banks in Nigeria. Okay, if you live in Canada, you can pay with Pesa. If you're someone that live in Europe, since it's an application that work well in Europe, and PayPal works in almost all the country. You can pay with PayPal, and if you prefer paying with your bank card, you can pay with your bank card with Flutterwave or Paystack. Okay, so you're going to choose your preferred payment method. You're going to complete your payment, and if you're paying with bank transfer, of course, it is going to tell you to upload the receipt of that payment, and the payment is going to be approved. But if you're paying with bank card with Flutterwave or Paystack, okay, the payment is automatic. But if you're paying with bank transfer, of course, you're going to have to transfer, then you're going to upload the proof of that payment. After uploading the proof, the payment is going to be checked manually, and it is going to be approved when the payment is confirmed in the company's account. And that is it. The package is going to be shipped to you, and you can track the entire process of the shipment on the application. Okay, so I'm going to include a video of this particular parcel when it arrived to Saudi Arabia, the video the client sent when he received this package. Okay, I'm going to include that at the end of the video. So yeah, basically that is it. That is how you use the Vundor application. I'm also going to be making an article on this, so that if this video is too long for you, you can just go to that article and read the article to understand how to use the application. It's simple, it's easy to use. Okay, I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, click the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications, and don't forget to download the Vundor application if you're someone looking to shop in China and you need our help with consolidation and logistics. And yeah, if you have any questions regarding our company work, my contact is going to be in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.